Like as if Manny Pacquiao in the middle of his prime said, I'm going to fight MMA. That would be insane. And you'd probably get his face kicked off. When he knocked down Thurman in that fight, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This guy's 40 years old and still can...
What happens when a 46-year-old legend trains like he's 26 again? Can you still be dangerous with Senate bills in one hand and boxing gloves in the other? Manny Pacquiao just dropped a training video that didn't just impress. It shook the boxing world to its core. This wasn't your typical, look, he still hits the bag moment. This was explosive speed, surgical precision, and relentless hunger, all wrapped in one clip that left even Joe Rogan stunned. Forget retirement. Somebody. Tell Father Time to take a seat. Pacquiao isn't done yet.
He'll probably get taken down, strangled, and he would be helpless. It's a different skill set. There's so much more to MMA.
There's stunned. And then there's what in the flying fists of fury is going on here, kind of stunned. This isn't just impressive, it's downright unreal. Pacquiao isn't training like a guy prepping for a friendly charity exhibition. He's training like a man possessed, like someone who skipped retirement entirely and made a blood pact with his 2008 prime. This is more than a comeback. It's a resurrection.
Combat sports, this is what we deal with. Yeah. Manny was the one that everybody was always accusing. And Manny was the first. Manny went up 8 weight.
Even Joe Rogan was practically speechless. And if you know Joe, that's saying something. He called it insane, unbelievable, like Pacquiao still hits like a truck and moves like he's sprinting through time. It's as if Manny found the fountain of youth, chugged a protein shake, and then suplexed the calendar just to prove age doesn't apply to him.
8 weight classes. He kept his knockout power. He was fighting as a little boy, and most people thought that Manny was on.
Let's be real. Pacquiao is 46 years old. That's just 4 years shy of a half-century, old enough to have grandkids learning about photosynthesis. And yet, there he is, bouncing around the gym like a man who just discovered boxing yesterday, and decided to master it before lunch. His fists are a blur, his footwork alive with purpose, and the energy? Electric. This isn't a comeback, it's a full-on time heist. He's snatching moments from his prime and detonating them in the present. The footage feels less like a training video and more like someone rebooted a 2010 highlight reel and upgraded the VHS to 4K cinema. His punches are short, sharp, and terrifyingly fast. Not fast for his age, just fast. No asterisks, no footnotes. It's enough to make fighters half his age reconsider their careers. Pacquiao isn't just returning, he's making it clear he never truly left.
No qualifications, no disclaimers. It's enough to make professional fighters 20 years younger question their own life choices. He's not a man returning to the ring. He's a legend refusing to leave it.
Right. And then they thought that Manny got off PEDs when he fought Juan Manuel Marquez and he got starched. There's a two-sided story there. He got off PEDs.
Mario Barrios is no pushover. He's the active WBC welterweight champ, a lion in his prime, tough, technical, and dangerous. But this fight isn't just about who's standing across from Pacquiao. It's about what's still burning inside him. He's not just fighting Barrios, he's fighting time, doubt, and every critic who wrote him off after that loss to Yordenis Ugas. You remember that fight, the one where Pacquiao looked more like a politician than a prize fighter. But this is different. This isn't the final chapter, it might just be the plot twist no one saw coming.
He's from the Philippines, and the Philippines, look how good he gets, look, perfect position on the 7. Watch this, 7 to the 8, 8 to...
What's got Joe Rogan and the entire fight world frothing at the mouth? Simple. Legends aren't supposed to do this. They're supposed to ride off into the sunset, not slam the gas and blaze right through it. And this isn't some vanity project. It's a full-fledged title fight for the WBC Welterweight Championship. The same belt Pacquiao once held when he was younger, lighter, and had far fewer miles on his body. He started this wild journey as a 112-pound flyweight, pure fury in a tiny frame, and now, at 147 pounds of steel, he's aiming to end it at the top. That's not just moving up weight classes, that's building a skyscraper out of paper and punching through solid brick.
And he's out. 10 ball. Watch this. Pop. If you watch how he strokes the ball, like...
The boxing world is divided. Some are pleading, "No, Manny, you've done enough," while others are chanting, "Just one more, Pac-Man." But no matter what side they're on, everyone is watching. because this isn't about legacy. That's already carved in stone. This is about audacity, grit, and the wild, relentless urge to prove that some stories don't end when the credits roll. Sometimes the hero steps back onto the screen and says, "One last ride." It's easy to forget how absurd Pacquiao's resume really is. 8 world titles in 8 different weight divisions. That's not a boxing career. That's a Marvel origin story. Nobody does that. Nobody has done that. It's like watching a squirrel scale a skyscraper. Fascinating, slightly insane, and completely unprecedented. Pacquiao made a habit of beating fighters who were bigger, meaner, and stronger, and then grinning like he just crushed a karaoke performance. And now he's daring to do it again to
precisely his position. He's a professional, like a legit professional.
What kind of madness is this? What kind of fire keeps a man going this long? This isn't about money or fame, it's pure obsession. A raw, unfiltered love for the fight. That training video doesn't show a legend easing back in or knocking off rust. It shows a man sprinting headfirst into the fire, like a gladiator charging into the arena. And Joe Rogan, who's seen humans choke each other out and deadlift compact cars, is flat out in awe. But here's the catch. If Pacquiao loses, it won't just be a loss. It'll be a thunderous reminder that age never loses, that even legends must eventually bow to time. But if he wins, it could be the most ridiculous, glorious, irrational victory in modern boxing history. Think George Foreman knocking out Michael Moorer in '94, except this time, it's a 5-5. Filipino dynamo juggling politics, training camps, and a possible run for president. While most people spend their mid-40s planning a second act, Pacquiao is rebooting the whole damn franchise. He's writing Senate bills in the morning and dropping sparring partners by night. And if that doesn't make you question your own productivity, nothing will.
Decides to retire from fighting and goes into professional pool, he might win some world championships.
Critics call it delusion. Supporters call it destiny. But no matter where you stand, one truth cuts through the noise. Manny Pacquiao is fighting again. Not for money, not for nostalgia, but simply because he can. And that terrifies people. Because what if he pulls it off? What if, against all odds, logic, and every bone density chart known to man, Manny Pacquiao wins? The boxing world might have to rip up the rulebook and start from scratch. And it's not just Joe Rogan losing his mind. This training video has lit up fight forums, reaction channels, and sports shows like a 4th of July grand finale. Analysts are debating, fans are dreaming, and somewhere in a quiet gym, Pacquiao is probably unleashing 500 punches on a heavy bag that never saw it coming. Mario Barrios knows exactly what he signed up for. Youth, talent, confidence, they all matter. But when you agree to fight Manny Pacquiao, you're signing up for chaos. He's the kind of fighter who turns calculated chess matches into storm fronts. And now, with the eyes of the world locked on him, Barrios isn't just defending a title, he's facing a myth in motion. Imagine the pressure. You're 28, in peak physical shape, riding a wave of momentum, and someone says, "Oh, by the way, your next opponent is a living legend." With over 500 rounds in the bank and a training video that made Joe Rogan's
It's like no bullshit. I mean, he's still fighting actively. They're actually talking about him fighting Conor McGregor right now, which is kind of bonkers. Look at that.
Pacquiao doesn't just hit hard. He hits with legacy, with history, with the weight of a million voices behind every punch. Each shot is a reminder of who he is and everything he's accomplished. And Mario Barrios, he's not just fighting a man, he's up against a myth. So when Pacquiao's team dropped that training video, it wasn't just hype, it was a declaration. A warning. A middle finger to Father Time and a formal notice to the WBC. Things are about to get biblical. The footage is addictive, rewatchable, electric, impossible to ignore. Like watching a tiger solve calculus, it defies logic. How is this man still this fast, this sharp, this dangerous? Commentators have thrown out everything from cryogenic chambers to alien DNA, but the truth is much simpler. Manny never truly stopped. He just hit pause. And now, someone smashed the play button hard.
Gets out. Beautiful position.
Why do you say it's kind of bonkers? because you think
Fighting
Manny
Conor
would
McGregor?
dominate?
Joe Rogan may have said it best without even needing words. His reaction said it all. His disbelief wasn't disrespect, it was pure admiration. The same kind of awe you feel when the oldest guy at the gym outruns you. Deep down, everyone wants to believe age doesn't define us, that the fire once lit can still burn bright decades later. The ring is already buzzing, but the drama keeps building. Imagine an aging warrior who once danced with the best in the world, now sprinting circles around everyone's expectations. That's exactly what Pacquiao is doing. Every jab he throws sends shockwaves through the sport. Every tweet from his camp sparks fresh debates, and every whisper about his next move hits like thunder. We've seen comebacks before, but never one this electric. Each new story peels back, another layer of the legend. Behind every highlight reel is a mountain of sweat and a relentless daily grind. Pacquiao's days start before dawn with roadwork on damp streets, where the morning fog almost seems to salute his passing. He moves seamlessly from sprint drills to resistance bands, then launches into brutal bag work. His coaches push him through intense MIT sessions designed to test every defensive trick he's got, finishing with sparring rounds against fighters half his age, forcing him to reconnect with instincts forged over decades. Watching him move feels like watching the laws of aging get rewritten. It's kind of bonkers. Why bonkers? Because if you think Conor McGregor dominates, Pacquiao's defying an entirely different level of expectation. Meanwhile, Mario Barrios isn't sitting back either. He's locked in his own sweat cave, hitting speed bags until they nearly burst, drilling cutoffs that force him to anticipate Pacquiao's angles before they happen. He studies tapes of the greats who fell to Pacquiao's punches, marking every pattern. Barrios knows respect and fear are two sides of the same coin in the ring, but he carries enough confidence to believe he can shatter the myth. That mix of awe and ambition fuels every one of his workouts. The media circus around this fight has become a spectacle all its own. Press conferences have turned into comedy shows where promoters dance on narrative landmines. Social media overflows with memes of Pacquiao vaulting over Father Time or Barrios surfing a wave of hype. Hashtags crash servers as fans debate whether this is genius marketing or a final foolhardy fling. Pundits trade hot takes like baseball cards, each more outrageous than the last. In this arena, words sometimes hit harder than gloves. Meanwhile, the money pouring into this event dwarfs any side hustle. Hotels in Las Vegas are already holding rooms for trainers, cornermen, and sponsors. Local sports bars print sold-out signs for viewing parties. Pay-per-view platforms battle fiercely for exclusive streaming rights, with offers that would make A-list actors blush. Betting lines wobble as odds makers struggle to price a legend defying biology. This is more than a fight. It's a cash machine, powered by 8 divisions of ambition. Every dollar placed is a vote, faith, or folly.